Hey everyone, welcome to my channel, and I'm so excited to be able to film a Flosstube video today. I have been out for a few weeks, and I want to say a thank you too for all the sweet messages that I received as well, and the get well wishes. I greatly appreciate it. I say it all the time and I feel like every video, but this is absolutely the best community, hands down, and I'm so excited to be a part of it and to be able to just share my love of cross stitch with you guys, and I appreciate all the get well wishes. I'm happy to be back filming a video today, so I'm going to show you all the Christmas and July stitching that I was able to do. I have a few finishes, a few whips, and I have some haul because we're getting ready for fall, so I'm excited. And let's just jump into today's video. Okay, so I'm gonna start with my finishes. So this was a new start and a finish. Well, it's gonna be an FFO, but I'm gonna talk about it in just a second. So this was from Christmas Eve by the Prairie Schooler. And I decided to stitch the small right down here with the reindeer and the house. So that is what I stitched. I know it's kind of hard to tell on the pattern, but I'm gonna show you my finish. And I just stitched this on that 28 count antique ivory. And see if it'll focus. That was my finish. It is so cute. It didn't take me long at all to stitch. A lot of it was just the fill in too with the reindeer. But I thought this would be a super cute ornament. So I had this little sled that I painted, the red that I had on hand, which I think was like flag red. And I feel like it's way too bright of a red for the Prairie Schooler. It's more, they have more of like the crimson kind of red color. So I'm wanting to find a red that's very close to the barn color and more of that deeper red. And so I'm on a mission now. I'm going to repaint this and get that darker red. So I will definitely show this finish once I figure out what red I want to paint it and how I fully finish it. But I thought it was super cute little sled. I was gifted this last year and a cross stitch advent from my mom. So I'm not quite sure where this came from. I'm wanting to say like the dollar store maybe. Not quite sure, but it was just a plain wood sled that I painted. So let's see if I can find, I looked at Walmart yesterday and I couldn't find the exact color I'm looking for. But I'm gonna check with like Hobby Lobby and all when I shop again there and see if I can find the right red, because this is too bright for that piece. But I think it's gonna look super cute, the size of that right here on the sled. So I'm excited to have that as an FFO. And that was fun to stitch. I absolutely love Prairie Schooler, and I love even the big piece of it. Don't know when I'll stitch it or be able to get it done, but it is so beautiful. And yeah, so that was my first finish. My next one is so exciting. I was so happy to finally have this one done. This is Winter Alphabet by Lizzie Kate, and if you've been following me for a while, you know I've been working on this since January. And you guys, I just stitched this on 28 count tea-dyed Monaco, and it is a finish, and I cannot wait to have this FFO'd. You guys, look how beautiful. Oh my goodness. I hope these colors show up on camera, just how pretty they are in person. I stitched most of the called for. Some of them were the variegated floss, some was the just DMC, and a couple I just substituted for something I had similar or wanted to change. And there she is. So super cute. And if you guys know why I'm stitching alphabets as well, I have a 4-year-old, soon to be 5-year-old, but he absolutely loves seeing all of my holiday alphabet pieces. My first one I stitched was, I think it was Lizzie Kate as well. It was a Halloween one that I had, and he absolutely loves it. And I'm about to pull it out soon because we're about to be in that time of the year where we have fall stitching and then displaying Halloween. So I'm very excited for him to see that one, but add this one to my collection of like the seasons of the alphabet for him. So I'm excited. It's very beautiful. He's gonna absolutely love it, and it just melts my heart how excited he gets. So that is why I stitch a lot of the alphabets right now for him. Okay, so this next one is a new start and a finish. And this one is the Hot Cocoa Roundabout with Stitching with the Housewives. And hopefully it'll focus for you. This was so fun. I believe this was their week 2 of Jolly July Christmas stitching that they came out with of the roundabouts. There's so many other ones. There's a beautiful one of a Christmas tree. There's that Kringle cookie coat. Oh my gosh, there's so many cute ones. So this was super fun to stitch, and I can't wait to fully finish it to have it on my hot cocoa bar for this year. But that was a fun Jolly July stitch that they came out with. Was a new start and a finish. Okay, so I picked up my cross stitch camp pattern, and I'm stitching Sunflower Farm by Stitching with the Housewives. And today I'm actually, it might be posted today or tomorrow, it is going to be a tap to stitch on Instagram of this. So you will have seen it when I first started stitching it this morning, and you will tap to stitch it, and I will have it stitched by the end of the night and have it posted, so you guys will be able to see that. So if you're not following me on Instagram, definitely follow me there. It's just Courtney Alma _, and I should come right up there. You can also follow my hashtag Courtney Alma too. There's my stitching on there as well from my Flosstube. But this is so far my stitching I've gotten done on it, and you guys know I absolutely love this fabric. I've got to get my hands on more of it. It's that 32 count gray check Lugana, and I got it from Fat Quarter Shop, and I can't wait. I gotta get more of this because I'm starting to run low, and my next pattern for fall, which you will see next week that I'm stitching, is gonna be on this fabric, and it's gonna be absolutely stunning. It is going to be a Sweet Wing studio pattern, so definitely check back next week. We will be back to schedule programming with Flosstube Fridays, and you will see what I'm going to be stitching on it then. But so far, this is my progress of today on Cross Stitch Camp's piece by Colorado Cross Stitcher. She was hosting, and July is something that grows, and I decided to stitch Sunflower Farm. So you will see this finish next week. I'll remember to put it aside to show you guys here on YouTube. But if you follow me on Instagram, you'll already see it way before then. So I'll have that finished. I'm not quite sure what August is. I need to look and see what she has for Cross Stitch Camp for August. And if you're not following along with Cross Stitch Camp, it's definitely not too late. There still is time, a little bit of time left of this month. We're right at the end, but you can feel free to join anytime. It's so fun to be able to connect with some of you guys. I have made new stitchy friends from it, and it is hosted by Colorado Cross Stitcher. It is Cross Stitch Camp. If you want to go back a few videos, even the beginning, I think of June, I spoke a lot on what all entails and everything. So definitely check that out. But it has been definitely fun to see what everybody else is stitching too for it. Okay, so when I left you guys last was the first Friday of Christmas stitching in July, and I was going to start that new start because I had new starts Monday through Friday, and I was doing whip weekends. So that Friday was a new start, and mine was Little House Needleworks. This is a part of their Hometown Holidays series. This was Quilt Shop. This one is chart number 19. And I started that that Friday and just got a little bit of stitching in on it before I believe we went to the pool that day. I can't remember exactly, but that's as much progress as I got done on that one as one of my new starts for Christmas. And then I moved into WIP weekends, and I believe I either worked on Winter Alphabet by Lizzie Kate or I started working on Candy Cane Lane. I cannot remember, you guys, once that happened. And then I know I missed a few days, the beginning of week 2. Busy. I didn't get to stitch a couple days, and then I got sick that weekend, and then I was sick for a while there. So it just kind of, I wasn't on a set schedule anymore. I just kind of worked on whips, kind of worked on what I wanted to work on, because this was my last, that following week 2, that following Friday was a new start. And I started feeling bad Thursday night, or Thursday, like during the day I started feeling bad, but I knew I had to do a new start Friday, and I was really excited to start this project. And also The Summer I Turned Pretty, which it's on Amazon. You know, I've read all the books. Some of you guys know if you've been watching. I've read all of the books of The Summer I Turned Pretty, and there's a show on Amazon Prime, and season 2 came out that Friday. So I was so excited, and I believe it was the 14th. And so this was a new start, and I was binge watching that show, but I felt so bad. Y'all, it was such a mess. And so I watched some of it, started this, got as much as this done. I followed this into Saturday as well for a little bit of stitching, but Saturdays when I got really bad, I was whispering, my throat was like gone, my voice was gone, my throat, it was a mess. But anyways, this was the new start that Friday, and it is Mary String by Lizzie Kate. This is the one that I had gotten from Georgia Girl Stitching. She has a D-Stash page on Instagram. I will have it linked again in this video below. Definitely check her out, but this is one of the patterns that I got from her, and this was what I started that Friday. So like I said, this is Mary String by Lizzie Kate, and I started it on, this is 28 count. It's an even weave. I'm not quite sure on the color, but it's very beautiful and it stitches up really nice. This must have been, usually I have a note on it, must have been a fabric that I was gifted in my scrap bin, but it is very pretty stitched on it. This is as much as I got done that Friday, and like I said, I went into that Saturday with a little bit of stitching. I might be able to see close up a little bit, but that's as far as I got with it. Just right after L, and hoping to pick that one back up. All of these whips I will pick up from now until Christmas and work on here and there to get them finished. But then like I said, that's when I started feeling bad. And I didn't stitch any after I stitched on this. I didn't stitch any Saturday night. That Saturday night and that Sunday. Okay, I had to take a quick break. I keep coughing, but we're gonna get through this. My next whip is, it is the Evergreen Stitch-a-long by Fat Quarter Shop, the mystery Evergreen Stitch-a-long. And since I seen you last week, 1 was released, week 2 was released, and then week 3 was released. And so I started stitching on it. I've gotten week 1 completed, week 2 completed, and I'm working on week 3. This coming up week will be week 4, the final release of this 4-part stitch along. And but it's free if you're not stitching along with us. Definitely feel free to. I'm using some colors that was called for, and then some I just used that I had on hand. And this is my progress so far. Like I said, I have completed week 1 and week 2. And then I am down there working on week 3. And I was so excited to move on to week 3 and get that little present started stitching. There's presents along the bottom here, and I cannot wait. It's very beautiful. So I'm excited. This has been a fun stitch along to have. If you're following the hashtag too on Instagram, I've been very excited to see all the progress everybody else is making. But definitely feel free to join in on this one. This is, I know we're getting towards the end, but it's a beautiful stitch even if you want to stitch it afterwards, and it stitches up pretty easily. But that one is Evergreen by that was the freebie with Fat Quarter Shop. Alright, and my last works in progress is Candy Cane Lane by Stitching with the Housewives. And I posted a picture on Instagram. I haven't picked it up since, so if you've seen that post, then you already see my progress. And I just have my fabric hanging right here at the bottom. But this is so fun. If you guys know, behind me I stitched last year's Christmas in July bigger piece that they had. That was Into All a Good Night, and loved it so much. So of course I wanted to stitch Candy Cane Lane, and I had the perfect Grime guard too that went with it by Crab Shack Stitchery, and all of it's linked below. But this is the progress that I had so far, and I'm excited to pick it back up the last few days that we have left of Christmas stitching in July. So this will go on into August a little bit, but I'm gonna keep continuing stitching on this to have this one finished. But we're gonna move on to fall stitching this coming up week, and I am so excited. I pulled out a couple of my fall whips that I had from last year, and you guys, I'm so excited. Fall is my favorite season, if you guys didn't know, and going into the stores now and seeing all the beautiful fall things that people are starting to come out with, oh, I'm so excited. And talking about that, I have a little bit of haul today. So moving on to haul, I went to Hobby Lobby and I bought this fall mug. It says Fall Breeze and Autumn Leaves, and it's this beautiful green color in the inside, and I absolutely love the size of it. Sometimes I mix protein shakes in with my coffee, so I thought that was absolutely beautiful, so I can't wait to use that. And this was actually in the spring section. It was like with the 66% off, but it was part of like where the spa, at least in my store, it was part of like the spa where like the bath towels and like all the relaxation stuff was at. But it's just a wooden block. It's already painted in the white, so I figured this would be super easy, a quick finish I could have for any season, to cover up with cross stitch on the front and maybe just add a ribbon around the block. But I think this was only like $1 or $2. It was super cheap, and I thought that was an easy, quick finishing piece, so I grabbed that. And then we have a little bit of Christmas that's out in the store, so I found this cute ornament. It is like a vintage kind of reindeer. I don't know if you guys can see. There you go. Beautiful little ornament. I thought it was super cute, so I was excited to see that. Not much Christmas still is out. I mean, there's like garland and a few sprays and stuff, but nothing crazy just yet. So I just keep checking just to see what all they add each week. And then I grabbed this one. It says start each day with a grateful heart, but I'm going to cover this up probably with cross stitch. I thought it was super cute finishing piece to be able to have, and it's cute just as a piece in general, just to have out for decor during fall. But I thought this would be fun because I could even do a Christmas ornament on this and cover this piece and have it hanging. I thought it was cute with the tassel at the bottom, so that's adorable. I grabbed that. And then next, the few fall items I grabbed was just a quick run to Dollar Tree this past week, and they had a few things out on like a little circle display, so I grabbed this one. I believe they had these out last year and maybe the year before too, but this one's the only one that they had on the shelf, so I hurried up and grabbed it because these are super easy to do finishing on. Very beautiful, and it's already painted. It's just a wooden kind of box sign, and I know Hobby Lobby makes a lot of things that are very similar to this as well. But I thought this was super cute to be able to put a fall piece on. So I grabbed that one real quick. And then I saw these and thought, how cute. I grabbed two because I'm gonna gift one to my mom. I'm gonna send to her because I was too excited. How cute are these? They're like a flat kind of board, but with like the rolling pin ends. It was very cute. I'm not gonna cover this one. I'm gonna have this one displayed with my cross stitch. I'm just gonna leave it as is, so I'm excited to have that one displayed as well. And that's all the fall things that I bought so far, but definitely stay tuned because, like I said, this is my favorite time of the year, and I'm so excited to be able to shop more fall things and finishing pieces as well. See you guys next week for all things fall, and a few if I have any more progress with Christmas stitching, I will show you guys next week too. But we are all things fall, and I'm so excited. I can't believe we're already in August. It's blowing my mind how fast this year is going. Definitely keep tagging me and sharing all your cross stitch if you're working on any pieces that I'm stitching on, or you're wanting to share any new fall things or Christmas stitching as well. I've loved seeing all of those, and I appreciate you guys tagging me. It is so fun. The community that we are building here too on my page. Definitely feel free to follow me on Instagram and like and subscribe the video, and I will see you guys next week. So you guys have a blessed week and happy stitching.